Peace. Infinite Waters diving deep once again. We're out here, we're in nature, breathing in that beautiful prana, baby. How to stop your super strict parents making you mad. You ain't even had breakfast, have you? Can I get a hello there? But they're still going on at you, right? And yes, Infinite Waters, come and see us live March 26th, Costa Mesa, California. Come and eat some delicious vegan food. Come and hear other speakers talk. Come and see Can I Get a Hello There live and meet other great kindred spirits, right? So I got a question that came in, right? A woman wrote in this on the Instagram. Got a question, Instagram us at Infinite Waters. Go to the website, ralphsmart.com. Hello, Ralph. What's up? I've watched over 40 videos of yours the past 2 days. That's a lot. You are really inspiring and I've started meditating. The problem is, when I finally manage to relax and feel happy, my family members frustrate me. They are full of anxiety and negative karma. But being an empath, it's hard, and I try to block that out. But they manage to always make me mad and ruin all that peace within me. Obviously, I can't block them out of my life, but what can I do? That's a beautiful question. Can I get a hello there? Which we're gonna dive into, honey. Right, what's up? Now, I get tons of these kinds of questions, and I had to read it word for word because I want you to know what people are actually going through, right? It doesn't matter if you're 17, if you're 20, if you're 40, if you're 65, you are still gonna have parents who are gonna be telling you stuff, right? Happened to me along my journey. The 7-day vegan challenge, right? I was starting that about 11 years ago as an experiment, right? And I said, Mom, I want to be a vegan. You said, what? What's that? I said, well, I don't want to eat meat and dairy anymore. She said, what's that? Where are you going to get your protein from? I said, don't worry, Mom. Hemp seeds, chia seeds. Don't forget about the spirulina, which has more protein than beef. She said, what's that? Then the cat down the road said, what's that? That's protein, baby. Can I get a hello there? You gotta follow your heart. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, okay? Look at it like this. If your parents are frustrating you, let's just call them super strict parents, right? Lots of us were raised by super strict parents. You gotta be in at a certain time. Don't slip out, right? What happens? We feel locked down, trapped, like we're in a prison. That's why in Australia, they went for a walkabout. Can I get a hello there? They left home, right? They just left home. Because during that time when they left home, they found themselves. So run away from home. Don't do that. Or do it if you want. It's your choice. Look at it like this. Frustrating parents, super strict. Can you change them? Right, that's what a lot of us try to do. You try and convince them of something. No, forget, you can't do that. The cat down the road already tried. It's not gonna happen. Frustrating parents, strict parents, they're always gonna be that way. Right? And the more resistance you create, the more disharmony you find yourself in. So, what you've got to look at is yourself. Nobody can make you feel happier or sadder than yourself. Slow motion this side. Nobody can make you feel happier or sadder than yourself. So I realized it along my journey over 11 years ago when I started to eat more plants, right? A more plant-based diet. I became a vegan. Lots of resistance, even from family members saying, huh? what's that? Lots of what's that? They couldn't believe it. I said, I'm doing this. And it was hard because there's a lot of people going against you. You feel. Then you realize, actually, I like this. It's giving me confidence. And I'm gonna make myself happy. I'm gonna start taking responsibility for how I feel and not allowing other people to control how I feel at this present moment. Nobody has power to do that but yourself, right? So you got to start taking personal responsibility. And then, GG, baby. GG, are you a GG? You got to learn the GG, which is the generation gap, right? Now, I meet a lot of beautiful people every single day. They come up to me and they say, oh, is that you, Infinite Waters? I say, no, it's not. That's Infinite Waters. That's the ocean, right? And a lot of these people are young. Some of them are old. But a lot of them tell me about how just discovering who they were as an infinite being, as someone who is so much more than what society has told them, it's often not easy. Because sometimes their parents are telling them just to go and get a regular 9-to-5, but they've got bigger dreams, bigger visions. They want to start their own business. They want to go places. They want to travel. They want to travel, right? Hop on planes and stuff. And their parents are like, no, don't do that. Just go and work in a bank or something. And they're like, what's that? Right? So always watch out for what's that, right? That's a good thing. The generation gap, right? Our parents' generation, our grandparents' generation is a lot different from ours. We are in the information age, the age of Aquarius, the water bearer, where we are getting sensory overload every single second. What did you just see? Yeah, you just saw that, didn't you? And that. Whoa, it's overwhelming. Because you are getting new insights into living and new possibilities and new horizons are opening. And they're telling you to go and work in a bank. Goodness gracious. Can I get a hello there? Because everything right now is out in the open. We are the children of the internet. The people of the internet. People are starting to discover new ways of living. So you got to realize, you got to have an understanding and understanding that there is a generation gap. And that is okay, right? So you don't want to take it personally, right? If your parents are getting mad, it's not because they're getting mad at you. For goodness gracious, they just want the best for you, right? You got to see the bigger picture that most parents, not all parents, because some parents are pretty nasty, let's be honest, but most parents want the best for their son or daughter. They want to see you prosper. It's just that they've been programmed. You see, they've been programmed that you need to do A, B, and C to get to D. And we're like, why not just go from A to D? Makes sense, doesn't it? Can I get a hello there? Right? Our parents' generation, they were a lot more fearful. They are a lot more fearful than we are today. I meet lots of people who just say, I got this dream I have, and I'm doing it right now. And I'm like, wow, right? And they're like, yeah, because everybody is telling me not to do it. You know how strong you have to be to do that? How vulnerable you have to be to do that, right? So like Khalil Gibran said, right? Children come through us, they don't belong to us. We don't own our children. That's when you get the wider perspective of what is actually happening. You see, because parents only want the best for you, you gotta meet them halfway, right? Meeting a parent halfway is not always easy, because you could be 40 and they could be like 75 and they're still telling you what to do with your life. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're with that woman, with that guy, right? And you're like, Mom, chill out. I love them. And she's like, really? Okay, that's good, right? Communication. Communication is where it all begins. You see, don't sugarcoat it just to make your parents happy. You see, a lot of us, we're silent sufferers. We think that if we don't say anything, the situation is going to get better. No, it gets a whole lot worse. Can I get a hello there? Because you see, people aren't mind readers, especially parents aren't, right? So that means you got to start talking about what's really on your mind, how you're feeling, what you're going through. Show them your vulnerable side and say, this is me. Look, I'm not going to change because you want me to change. Don't give up the fight. Stand up for your rights. Thank you, Bob. Right? You got to stand up and show them the real, authentic you. Now, that's going to be a challenge for them as well. Because you see, our parents are our guardians and watchers. You see, they have also an identity which they're very proud of, that you are their daughter, their son. So they're very boastful about that when they go to dinner parties and stuff. But you're like, no, Mom, I'm not who you think I am. Right? I'm not who you think I am, right? I'm not even who I think I am, right? I'm just learning more about myself. So you got to realize that, hey, it all starts with open communication. It all starts with realizing that if you can meet each other halfway, right? Because a lot of parents want proof that what you're doing is making you lots of money. That's all they want to see, right? They just want to know that you're taking care of yourself and you're not sleeping on the park bench anymore, right? That's a good thing. That's a great thing, right? And it happened to me along my journey. I was out in nature a lot, just making videos, and a lot of people thought I was going crazy, but they're not laughing anymore, are they? Can I get a hello there? Because time always reveals the truth. Time always reveals the truth, right? Because once again, first you're crazy, then you're a genius. So you gotta learn how to wear the badge of honor of being weird, and even if people are going against you, you gotta find a support network. If your parents don't support you and are making you mad, you gotta find friends that make you happy. And then you gotta take one next step to start making yourself happy. No slow motion. So there you have it. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. We're just having fun out here, baby. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.